Good evening, everybody. How you doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Monday to you. We're back at it like we're mad at it. 4 days away from the weekend. No, boy, I was looking forward to those weekends. Appreciate you hanging out with us on the play call sheet tonight. Got a great, exciting show. As always, please make sure you share, comment, come hang out with your boys, do all that good stuff. Appreciate you. But let's get the crew up in here so we can get this show off and started. All right, ready? Let's go, baby. This good man up here, straight from the Northeast, fellow Cowboy fan. He's a little under the weather tonight, but he's still here to bring that high fire. Let's get my man up here, Meta Wise.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Now, typically a good morning post after what transpired last night, but good evening to everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying their Monday night to play call sheet here. Me coaching my guy, Chile, who I'll introduce in 10 seconds before I say this. How about them Cowboys last night, baby? The season's still going. But I'm going to take that win last night, man. I'm going to take that stamp tonight. I ain't going to let nobody rain in the parade, but we're going to bring my guy in because he's a winner this week as well. May not want to win because he wants to, grab that number one spot, maybe number two, but, may not go down as much as 3 or 4. My guy in the building, Chili, Will, bring him in.
What's good?
Out with it. Out with it.
What's good with y'all?
What's good, bro?
Cowboys finally won a meaningful game. Let's go.
Here come the salt.
That's a great win for y'all. It's a great win for y'all.
It looked good last night. I give it to him.
They went from the fashion, man. If you're following tonight's activities, stream, subscribe, like, take a peek, man. STWF TV on the tube, man. Check us on Facebook, Twitch, all streaming platforms. You're an NFL fan. You got 2 games tonight. 2 Monday night games. Not 1, but 2. You got Miami versus Tennessee. Miami's up 7-0. And early in the first, you got the Giants going into Green Bay territory last time I checked in the 0-0 game. So if you want to tune in to us and watch NFL at the same time, enjoy those 2 games as the NFL hits its last month. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Absolutely. Man, you know what? Real fast before we get started, I'm not even going to give no pub, but it's a certain social media group that I'm in. Y'all Eagles fans, man. Y'all some hateful SOBs, boy.
Yeah, bitter, real bitter.
I've been whining since last night. Get over it. It's 1 game. You still got 4 left.
It's 1 game, man. I know it's a divisional foe. It's a divisional foe and all that. It went for the quickie too. There's a bar in the North End in Boston that I guess an Eagles fan or 2 or 3, or maybe the owners are Eagles fans. Well, whenever there's big games, they have an Eagles party. So last night they had an Eagles party against the Cowboys, and one of my boys, shout out to my boy E, he was there. And yeah, it's crazy that out here, man, they even throw a type of game like that. But you probably see it around different parts of the country, man. But it's just weird that they have Eagles watch parties, in the North End of Boston, where the Celtics and the Bruins play every other day. It's just funny to me.
Yeah. Will. How you doing, my brother?
I'm mad we won.
I know you are.
So stupid.
I look at it like that. A lot of America thought like that in this game that happened last Thursday between the Pats and the Steelers. I'm going to say this, and it made me be like, man, fuck that. You got Belichick on one side, you got Tomlin on the other. Belichick said for one night, I'm putting my hat on for this motherfucker. I can't lose to him. And I felt it in that. I just took it from that approach. So, I mean, yeah, you definitely, we all want the Patriots to have and improve on. It wasn't good for them to win the other night, but in all, take it as the Steelers, and we talk about these organizations that have standing kind of like 10 toes down. For the coach's perspective, it was a good matchup between the coaches, I guess. Whatever you want to say.
Shout out to you, P. Diddy. We see you, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
I don't think we can call you. You want to be called the real P. Diddy still? You want to be called that?
We should move forward from that. We gotta figure something.
We gonna call you P. We gonna call you P. Dollar. That's what we gonna call you. We gonna call you P. Dollar. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want you getting scrutinized for anything that you got nothing to do with, man. So
that's the $1 million man, Pete Dollar. Pete Dollar.
Shout out to you, man.
Hey, did you see that fight last night?
Fight
between the Cowboy and Eagle fan?
Oh no. Did not see any fight. No. Did you post it?
Nah. Somebody sent it to me. We finna show it.
Not the memorabilia stand.
This is great.
That's right on the first floor.
Yep. The Jordan's to go. No, LeBron's to go.
Give me that Michael Jordan memorabilia.
Old again.
Whoa. Oh, he got with that one. Hey, I did see the Eagles fan mid-game switch his jersey from an Eagles, and I guess it was a reversible, to a Dallas Cowboys jersey. I did see that last night.
That's funny.
No way, bro. No
That's
way.
Funny.
Way. Shout out to that Cowboys fan for showing his true colors, I guess.
The Dallas Eagles, Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, let's get into some stuff, man. We got a lot of shows, a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Starting to heat up. Week 14, things are going great. This one, I'm a little disappointed in I saw this. This is involving the play that kind of cost the Chiefs the game yesterday when Tony was lined up off sides. It ran a flea flicker, like a reverse or something of other sorts. It scored a touchdown. Would have been a go-ahead touchdown. But it got called back because of Tony being offsides. 2 questions: do you agree with the call by the refs, and if you do you think that the Chiefs are just whining to be whining?
No, they're crying. No matter what I think about the play, no matter what I think, they're fucking crying, and it's bad. It's a bad like to see Mahomes and them in like that, because that's not what they've been. It also shows that he's frustrated with that offense. I don't blame him. Motherfuckers can't catch. Yeah. So and as far as what I really actually feel about the call, I feel like he definitely broke through. Yeah, it was offsides, but also they showed like 4 other plays with similar lineup, and the ref said nothing. So they waited for that one to call. Which why? Why do you wait for that one? Whatever. I don't care. The right call was made. Chiefs need to stop bitching.
Okay, I agree.
Welcome to the NFL. And if you need a reintroduction, Patrick Mahomes,
no,
that is what it is. What's going on now? Somebody got hurt bad? Is it Tua?
Hill just got pulled down real weird. and it's not looking good for that left knee.
Oh man, not the MVP candidate Tyreek Hill. As we get information from the Miami Dolphins Titans game, that Tyreek just went down a little awkward. We'll try to follow reports on that. As long as we're here on the podcast. But in all, welcome to the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, it was crying me a river yesterday. You didn't want to go mainstream about your teammates and not catching balls or being offsides, so you went the route of the referees. Now, there's been a lot of judgmental calls, not only this season by referees, but in the lifespan. They're the police. As long as they're going to have referees in the NFL, you're going to have some games where it goes down just like this. Yes, Tony was offsides. You can't complain about that. You be mad at the player that was offsides. You don't have to blast them through the media. But we all know what you're mad at, Patrick. We all know what you're mad at, Andy. You're mad at the performance of your wide receivers, and then the wide receiver costs you the game.
Yep.
Patrick's starting to realize that reality bites. And this is our life right here. Reality comes in and it sinks. You're used to winning and getting the plays to go your way and stuff like that. Well, what happens when it's on the other side? How do you react? Now you're an athlete, so I hope you have some anger and have some passion, which I seen from Patrick, and that's a good sign. You can take that as a good, because you never really see him mad. But, hey, man, the Bills won that game. Maybe you shouldn't have been in a situation where you had to have a supposed free flicker 4 touchdown. It took away Travis Kelce's best play of his life. Best play in Travis Kelce's life is holding up 2 Lombardis. I don't think anything is sweeter than that. So, it is what it is.
So, I had a coworker, buddy, called me right before the show, matter of fact, like minutes before we went on. And he was asking me about that play. He was asking, but he's kind of a novice when it comes to sports. But what I had to point out to him was, if I'm not mistaken, the last 3 years have been an emphasis on it. But they only called it 1 time 2 years ago.
Yeah,
they called it 3 times last year.
3 times last year, and then
11 times this year. But what I did tell him was, from the time you are in probably junior high ball and up,
they teach you check in.
They teach you to check in. You always gonna look down that line, point at that referee or that side judge to make sure you lined up properly. He's professional. This just shows Tony's just a bonehead, huh?
It's more than bonehead. He's out of it. I don't know what he thinks, but he must think he's God's gift to the wideout position, and he's not.
And we all was kind of scratching our head a little bit when the Giants traded him. Yeah. Was it like after his first year or during his first year or something?
I think it was during the first year. Second year, because the first year he didn't play a lot because of injury.
They traded him for a third. Basically told the Chiefs, man, take him. I can make something out of him. Take him.
We tired of him.
P. Dollar says they called it against Terry McLaurin after he checked with the ref, and the ref said he was good and then threw a flag. And that's terrible.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And all too, I'm saying on plays too that, I guess the ref couldn't see. And it's like this too. The game gets pivotal sometimes. You can tell a basketball player to keep his IQ on 100%, which they should because they're in the game. But to tell the referee that too, keep 100% IQ, especially in a game of that magnitude, there's so much going on. You got Patrick and them obviously trying to get into an offense, trying to get to a play. You got the defensive team trying to get set. So many things going on. So for Tony in that circumstance, it's like, dude, stay on side. Like, that's all you got to do. Get on the line and stay on side. They teach you that from day one in the sport. A line and assignment. Like, who you're supposed to be. Like, and that should only be taught like 10 times, depending on what type of play you're learning. But original stuff, like, yeah, right there. Right,
I bet you Tony would have remembered it had he been on that team that lost when Ford was offsides. Remember, they was in the playoffs when they lost that game to Brady and them.
So it's something that smokes around the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, if he had been there for that game, I'm pretty sure he would have remembered this shit. But yeah, like I said, he was off. They showed a bunch of different plays, like 3 or 4 different plays where he was off in the same spot, and they didn't call it. But look, they did call it this time. I showed you. I don't know why you keep doing that. It's weird. Check in. They said he never checks in either. So like, why? What are you doing? They got one job. One fucking job.
Now, granted, they've had success. They have won 2 Lombardis that you as Will had mentioned earlier, do we think that the luster of the Chiefs is gone?
No, hell no, not even close. They're still good. They're literally like I said, whether you think he's washed up right now or whatever, had they went out and added Hopkins, even like he's on the decline of his career. But if they even had him right now, they'd have like 2 losses, not 5. So yeah. I'm not. Yeah, they just this might be a rough year in the playoffs. This year might be a wash.
Yeah,
because it's going to be tough to beat some of the better teams that they're going to end up facing. It's going to be tough to beat them since you didn't make any improvements with that receiving core. But
what's going on?
I think this time next year we'll be talking about how good Rice is, and they will also have gotten someone else. I think.
I mean, yeah, the times of Mahomes getting paid and you having to sacrifice, that chapter's ended. Now I won't say that chapter as being a good team, contenders ended. For this season, maybe the writing on the wall, but you still got to play them in the playoffs. It's expensive to have a guy like Patrick Mahomes, So obviously, different parts are gonna have its deficiencies in terms of who you have there, value, player, scheme, whatever the case is. And right now, at the position where Patty needs kind of a best friend, the wide receiver position, he's not getting that right now. And that's one of the main cores of that team that's struggling. We see it value-wise in terms of what these guys are worth and the performance on the field. So
I'm looking, I see possibly 5 wide receivers that can go first round. Obviously, the top choice is Marvin Harrison. Then second to have Malik
Neighbors, then Oduze.
Oduze third, Leggett fourth, and Ebuka fifth. Do you think they can go get one of these guys? Or do you think
it depends where they pick. I don't. So look, the 4th and 5th guy on that list, that's where it starts to drop off. Them top 3 are the real. Yeah. Them top 3 are the ones that are really going to be, in my opinion, that are going to be good in the league, or at least be able to contribute right away. Then, like I said, there's always going to be guys that come out of nowhere. You just got to draft right. Like, you got to go out and scout them correctly and get that position. Clearly, you need help at that position. So you need to put the scouting in it and go do that. Because there's a Tank Dell out there. Tank Dell wasn't – I watched him in college, but he wasn't so highly touted. But now he's before the injury, he was lighting it up for the Texans. You need a guy who can go out and do some of those things. A guy who can win on press coverage every time. At least beat man-to-man coverage, Yeah, they got to find that. What up, D?
Big D in the building, the world.
Yeah, they definitely need to go out and get a receiver.
Okay, fair enough. Can't wait to the draft, man. It's gonna be here before we know it.
Another party.
All right.
We like the party. We like the party. We like the party.
All right. So 10 things that we learned in week 14.
We learn shit.
Learn something new every day.
Now, just let me know if you agree or not. Number 1, underrated 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk deserves his flowers.
No. Here's why. If you're gonna keep hitting up my man Purdy with the system situation, it's a system play. I don't want it. That's what Ayuk. He's system too. They all system if that's the case. But nah, I'm gonna say Ayuk's nice though.
I'm gonna say agree. I'm gonna say agree for what's been going on this season. I mean, nothing really turns into major injuries for the 49ers, but when guys have been hurt, Ayuk's been there. Ayuk hasn't shaded away. And that's the problem with him the last few years. It's kind of like he shades away. Mm-hmm. Right now, he's kind of keeping himself there. So I'll give him some flowers. I give him a couple tulips.
Shout out to Daryl again. Give you a little grief, too.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
For hilarious chaos. Cowboys still suck. ... Just not as much right. That's funny.
He a Chiefs fan now? Let me find out.
He might have a red jersey in the closet.
I don't think he's underrated though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like that, because I think he's properly rated. He's one of the better number 2 receivers in the league. That's what he is.
He is, and I've heard some people in some circumstances say he's the number one. Yeah. So yeah.
I think no, but yeah, and I think
coverage-wise, he kind of faces one because you can't put number one corners on Debo. They move him too many places, so you can't. So they basically just put their number one on Ayuk, but he's not getting double like going over the top all day. Like it's not happening like that.
That's true. Number 2, Brandon Aubrey is one of the NFL's best stories and best kickers.
Yeah. I'm gonna go too deep on that.
Give him a chop up, man.
Your wheel blasted on it, and we going
for obvious reasons. I won't get into that.
Yeah, man. You say best kicker as a young guy, though. As a young guy, keep poised, keep positive. Don't let none of this extra media stride. You know what I'm saying? Over confident you. I feel you don't want that. You may be playing in the big game soon, and keep your eyes on the prize, man. Don't let these media guys get to you. Don't let these media guys get to you. Talk about Justin Tucker vibes. Nah, we ain't there right now. We're trying to get there. Chill out and keep doing your thing.
I like how we said don't let media get to you. You said that in the chat.
No. What? Aubrey?
Your media.
Oh, hey, I said that. I am the media. Don't let anybody that's saying yo Aubrey, nah, fuck all that Aubrey. I'm gonna let you know right now. Chill out, baby. Don't end up on a podcast with Micah. Chill out.
Yeah, I like what he's doing, man. Just the fact that there's no hesitation. Like that first kick was 60-yarder. There was no hesitation. Just trot him out there. And he nailed that bitch right down the middle. And I was looking at his follow through. He just got a strong leg. He's not having to wind it up and it's smooth. Yeah. Number 3. He's not a superstar anymore.
Oh, it was Jake who said that shit.
But were we too quick to write off Russell Wilson? Is Russ cooking?
No, I don't think anybody. All right, let me rephrase that. I
raised my hand. No, I'm a Russ fan. Last year, I was like, Russ done.
Well, we called it what we called it. It was a real bad year, and it didn't look like it was going to get better because of this team. But also, I think a lot of those same people said he had plenty of room on that 60. Oh, yeah, he did, for sure. A lot of people were going to say, a lot of people also said when they got Peyton that we could see a turnaround. So that means you didn't give up entirely on him. Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, what he should have been doing the year before, but they had terrible coaching.
They was shitting on Russ, you know, Pete Carroll this, Pete Carroll that, oh this dude. But guess what? Hey, the best advantage for Russell is, and that's no shade to Pete Carroll, he's a great coach, is that he has another great coach there now. And now it seems like they're clicking. And that's a good thing for his confidence, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, people were throwing him down. That's the market. That's the way the NFL is, man. If one quarterback rises, one nice quarterback gets drafted and have a good season, somebody's gonna get bumped. Russell Wilson had to be one of those guys. But this year, he's telling y'all, like, we here. I might be in the playoffs where a lot of these guys may not, but, hey, I believe in myself still. Just don't have no babies with Sierra, baby, and we good. Let's ride.
They got another kid on the way, I think?
I think so.
I think she's expecting again.
He always cooking up something.
At least it's before pregnancy, before the baby's here. You know what I'm saying? He can kind of right now, like, he don't got to do no extra grinding. Like, you have a baby, you feel like, I got to do this. He's right now, he's, $250 million contract, you know what I'm saying, playing with the Broncos. Just continue to win, I guess.
Yeah, this is a good point by Darryl. Russell Wilson made an adjustment to fit his team. I'm pretty sure his first year he wanted them to adjust him. Yeah, that's
yep.
And Peyton is the big reason why that happened. He came in and he was like, "Oh, all that shit he was on, nah."
That's gonna bring it back in, fam. Bring it back in.
Let's go.
You can't have your own team up in here. You can't have your own space up in here. You're part of the team.
Peyton walked in like, "Sierra, where you at, Sierra?"
Saquon Barkley with a touchdown, 7-7 between Green Bay and the Giants.
Let's go. Saquon
Jayden Reed on a jet sweep earlier for Green Bay to get their touchdown.
Saquon scored?
Saquon scored. Yep.
I need that. I need to make up 50 points. And I only got Saquon, Achan, and someone else to do it with.
Yes, I think Russell wears Gucci flip-flops.
Does he?
Why not?
I can see it. Yeah.
Number
4. Grand season ahead for the Bucks, Rachaad White in 2023. He's on the verge to becoming their first 1,000-yard rusher since 2015, which is currently tied for the longest drought without that happening with the Jets. So is he going to have a grand season ahead for himself? Still got 4 games left.
I guess.
Now, it's kind of like, and the only reason why I definitely agree with you, Will, but I think the idea is just like, I guess the Bucks are a mid team. Usually when you play on mid to bad teams, you know what I'm saying, when you get stats like that, it kind of overshows, you know, kind of in a situation where like a team may bite on him next year. Try to give him some dough. Or the Bucks may try to pay him, and he may not get the same performance the next year. That's kind of what the vibe is giving me. But in all, he's doing his thing this season, you know what I'm saying? It's something that, you know, he's improving on, and hey, all you can do is do that in the RB market, man. You got to have some numbers there, at least, to get a little bit of crumb. You may not get a lot, according to average, but shout out to you, fella.
Cowboys should pay him. He'll fit good with y'all.
He's had, in the last 3 games, he's had 284 yards rushing. And that Buck who got it back in 2015 was Muscle Hamster.
I knew it. Martin.
That's pretty funny. But I'm surprised they had Leonard Fournette. He never got a grand.
Nah, that's the Brady. It's because of the Brady era.
True that.
They turned him into a wideout.
Jets suck. Patriots to the Super Bowl in 2024.
My man's having some good weed over there.
Talk about 40-02.
Number 5
is the
Browns. Kevin Stefanski, a front runner for Coach of the Year. I'm going to say no. Right now, so. Front runner, I'll probably say for me, you got to consider D'Amico.
Yeah, but what's the only thing to do harder than winning that much with a rookie quarterback? Winning without one.
Yeah.
I think what Cleveland's doing is a little more impressive.
Fair enough.
Yeah, for what injuries have rolled around there, and then we're looking here on the TV screen every week like, well, shit, they're down this guy. Well, this season's probably over. Oh, the defense is going to have to be the prayer.
Next man
and this is the way this continue to still play right now. You have to think coaching for that somewhat. You know what I'm saying? And the players have to be bought in by coaching. So I would see him, you know, there's a few coaches that you have there. Maybe Mike McDaniels, you know, him, D'Amico Ryans, definitely.
Mike McDaniel actually has the best odds right now at a plus 280.
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah. On the win. Will Levis trying to go. He tried to go Elway on him. Yeah,
he's got the team definitely. You know, a guy that's been chatted about too. You know, a guy that's been talked about through the media for his coaching, and maybe he's not the guy. Probably, you know, hey, it's good for him, man, to keep those guys afloat.
McVay's another one that should be up there.
Yeah, the Rams had a good turnaround. We talked about it a little bit. You know how, you know, you still got Van vibes. You know, obviously McVay still has, you know, the tendency to coach. But overall, you know what I'm saying, the offense is putting up firepower in terms of numbers. And the defense, we just know the defense is older. That's the only thing we had kind of judged about the Rams, is that they don't have a lot of players in terms of the money because they spent it all, but still could produce an offense, and the defense is just older. Overall, it's just a rebuild for them. Oh, it's going to be a rebuild at some point.
It's funny. It's funny. The Rams look like a team that they had guys getting older, contracts that they needed to get rid of. They moved on from Ramsey. Then you were looking at a team with an aging Stafford, an aging Cup coming off an injury. And, like, you were like, what are they even going to do? And somehow Kyron Williams is a diamond in the rough.
Running game as well.
Kyron Williams is a diamond in the rough who's turned that like rushing offense around. And then they also just nailed it on Puka. And suddenly they're fine. No problem at all. It's impressive what they did. Puka was
no problem at all. But my thing is for them, the only little Lamont Hiccup, I mean, it's obviously Stafford is going up in age. I mean, Stafford's a respectable QB. He can go out there and get those guys the football. If they say, hey, these offensive guys are the guys that we can have for the future, when do they start deciding about who may be the QB of their future? Because like I said, man, he's not getting any younger. You know what I'm saying? After banged up last year, you know what I'm saying? He's having a great year this year. Improvement. Yeah. But in all, the Rams, shout out to him, man. Definitely overlooked, you know what I'm saying, the way their team will be built, and they're talking that shit right now. Probably no playoff appearances, but hey, it's better than what the folks were saying.
I think if they keep him upright, I think they got Stafford for a couple more years. Yeah, a solid play, at least. So they got time to make that quarterback decision.
Get him a running game.
Kyron's been great. Kyron Williams been killing.
Mind you, this guy missed like 6 games.
Who, Kyron?
I think he missed. That's what I'm saying. He's good.
Missed a couple. Yeah, he missed like 4 or 5 games. Yeah,
he was on the IR. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm, I have him. Yeah.
But
before that, he was killing.
Yeah, he was killing too. That's what I'm saying. Like in the game, he's producing.
Yeah,
producing, and it's like, you know.
Everything smells like coffee. I spilled the coffee. Son of a bitch.
Number 6. This one's kind of sad in this household. If Nico Collins misses time, CJ Stroud in Houston, Texas could be in trouble.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
because Dell's already down, and Nico's the next guy, the only other guy. So,
and he went down yesterday, correct? Stroud
got hit up too. Yeah,
he's in concussion protocol right now.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's okay. They won enough games. They need to all sit now.
Yeah, definitely. But it sucks though overall if the supposed rookie slump comes down to this, comes down this way. You know what I'm saying? Because Texas is a surprising team. Everybody can smile and say something positive about them. It sucks. If now they lose Nico loses significant playing time. Yeah, their playoff hopes are probably in trouble.
They are right now a game behind Jacksonville.
But Jacksonville keeps doing them a favor, you know what I'm saying, and continues to lose. So,
number 7, Justin Herbert's injury is a final nail in the coffin for the Chargers' miserable season. Yeah,
error. Whatever error they have in terms of football players here and whatever, yeah, it's time to carve some shit up. It's time to carve some. We've seen it all this season, but if you didn't, you watched the Denver game yesterday, yeah, wrap this shit up. And then Herbert's hurt? Oh, yeah, definitely. They have – the horse is done. The horse is hurt right now. So people better start packing. The coach better start, you know what I'm saying, thinking of career plans, you know, redoing his resume, updating it. Yeah. It's smoking. The car's smoking in LA.
Well, it's the seat's hot for Staley. Time to get him out of here.
Yeah. Dead man walking?
Yeah, he gone.
He gone.
He over there arguing. He over there arguing with the press now. He looking stupid.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's a sign of desperation that he know he's done.
Gone, bro. That's it.
Yeah. Number 8. This one kind of breaks my heart a little bit. The Detroit Lions issues are adding up and may derail one of the NFL's best stories.
That defense is whack. We knew that though.
They have an issue on the line.
They'll be fine.
Hey,
they win the division.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit. It was just a little bit to me, honestly, just a little bit of overgassment. Like, yes, they're good this season, and yes, they've made some strides, and yes, they won some games, and yes, and all that. But you got to remember too, they haven't been able to. This is like last year was like, okay, maybe we can make the playoffs, maybe sneak in. Then it's like reality hits, and you didn't make the playoffs, but you improved. This year it's like, oh snap, we definitely making the playoffs and all that. Pause. You still got a season to go. Still got games to win. Don't overgas these lines. Not saying they're good, but with the overgas and the overhype, then stuff like this happens.
What overhype?
Huh?
What overhype?
No, the overhype that people. No, not you guys. Overhype.
Anybody.
I mean, no. I have friends from Detroit that are Lions fans. Everybody that's on the Lions, like no, stop overhyping these guys. These guys for the last 15, 16 years couldn't do shit. They starting to learn to do
stuff.
So familiar. They're starting to do stuff. So when they hiccup, what I'm saying is when they stop the hiccup, everybody's like, oh, the Lions sucking on this. No, they're still learning how to crawl and walk. They're still learning.
It's fascinating. It's a fascinating take from a Cowboys fan.
It is. Because y'all, everybody, the Lions, they got, no, this reality. Shit's happening. What they got to do, though, is not go through these hard times like they used to go through these hard times. When the Lions were losing games like this, then they go into the wall, and then they probably go and this is their season. The season's over. But they have a great team, great coaching, all that. Get through it. You can overcome it.
Show me the article you got that says that about the Cowboys, but you cross Cowboys out and then just put
No. This is the difference here. This is the difference here. This is here. Playoff appearances, divisional titles, all that stuff. The Lions weren't doing that. The Lions are not doing that.
Which makes it worse.
What I'm saying is when this season comes in,
that makes it worse, though. That makes it worse.
Makes it worse on what?
Because obviously, if they're starting to build towards something, their fans should be hyped. But you Cowboys fans do the same shit.
No. See, you're missing the point. No, you're missing the point again. When was the last time the Lions were even talked about preseason? Anything of being contenders and living up to it? No, and living up to the hype. Living it up. All I'm saying is right now. All I'm saying right now, what you just said, Will. No, what you just said. I like your answer coming in. Yes, no, they shouldn't. They shouldn't pause. They shouldn't panic. None of that. The Lions shouldn't panic.
They're fine.
But what I'm saying is, I'm laughing because it's like y'all expected the Lions to just be on the red carpet all year? No, they're gonna go through some bumps.
So you're saying I don't understand, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that is literally the Cowboys fans since the last time y'all won. The same exact thing.
No.
Hype about the team and then they're not doing anything.
No, but the difference in us is we're getting the playoff games and playoff situations. What are you talking about?
If you're hyping,
you're comparing the Cowboys to the Lions.
I am,
and that's not. And as a Cowboys fan, I'm not gonna ride for that at all because it's not true.
You don't have to.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's the same fans. Same shit. 25 years
I guess so.
Screaming we're going to win it, and then not.
I guess so. No, it's not screaming that we're going to win it. It's screaming that you're in a position. I asked you again, you still haven't answered my question. When was the last time the Lions were relevant? When's the last time in the preseason you said the Lions were going to be projected to win the division? When is that? Because you haven't answered my question.
If you listen, I already answered you. That's what I try to tell you all the time.
When?
You want to talk over my answers and then ask me why I didn't answer you. I already said they have had no hype before this.
And they have all the hype this year. So this is what happens when you overhype a team. This is what happens.
You say overhype a team like they have a losing record. They're you don't
have to have a losing record to be overhyped, Will.
They're 9-4, bro. They're doing okay.
You've been overhyping them all season, Will. You've been overhyping them all year.
Explain to me what overhype means.
I'm gonna jump in here for Will. The hype that we had for the Lions was not that they was going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
The hype that we had for the Lions was they were no longer the doormat of their division. They were playing football, and they was looking like a decent football team. That's the hype.
Here's the truth. Here's the truth. Real quick. Here's the truth. The truth is you get annoyed by anybody else being talked about. So you're calling it hype, but it's not overhype. We just was talking about they're a better team than they used to be.
Oh, and y'all missing my point because it goes right into the middle of y'all's where it steams and rolls. Yes, you are right. Everybody's hurt that the Lions are doing great, but we're acting like the Lions have done great the last 5-6 seasons. This is the first season that you can see in 10 years.
No,
y'all crazy.
No, that way.
All right.
Just your imaginary.
When we got on the Lions train, it was last year. Like, you know what? The Lions are playing some competitive ball.
Yes, understandably, and they deserve what they're getting. But when they lose games, and before I even said what I said Lions fans, people, not y'all. Y'all not fans. Y'all supporters of them being good. Y'all not fans. I'm talking about the Lions faithful, Lions fans. Yes, you're hyped because they win it. But if they're losing, you're over here acting like, oh, the life's over. No, their team learning, developing steps to become a contender year by year. That's what I'm saying. And I think everybody's thinking like, oh, I'm hating the overhype. No. But I'm in reality that they're still the Lions until they prove otherwise. They're still the Lions. So they can have bumps where they are losing games, or the defense sucks, or Jared Goff, who we mentioned earlier in the season, can go through hiccups. This is this reality. This is the Lions. They're good, but they still have hiccups like every other team. But at the same time, they're still learning the winning formula. They're still learning winning ways. They're learning.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Otherwise.
Shout out to Luke and Bernard hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate the support.
Appreciate y'all.
What's going on?
Number 9.
I just think that we fight. I think sometimes on this show we fight ghosts.
Number 9.
Nah, we don't fight ghosts. It's like okay, this and that over there, but you act like it's just you in a hole. When there's a million people in this world that have an interest in the Lions, or speaking of Lions, so I'm not saying
and apparently
everybody. And you want me to talk about show shit as if like you want me to show stuff as if like I don't deal with the social media every day. I don't have people that overhype people. I don't understand.
You didn't even understand that joke. I wasn't actually.
Nah, it is. No, it is. I understand clearly. I can read, I can hear, I can see. So if you continue to pick it, just say it. Don't say, oh, you caught what I said. I caught what you said. Absolutely. Go ahead.
If you did, then you wouldn't have said what you just said.
Nah, I wouldn't have. If you didn't say what you said, I wouldn't have heard it, right? Because you said what you said. It went on air. We're live, so I know. I hear. I'm here.
Is the Bears rebuild further along than we thought?
What happened?
Is the Bears rebuild further along than we thought?
Hell no, but they're doing better than we thought they could at certain points. But no, they're still very much the Bears.
They're still trash.
Yeah,
keep it real with
Bears
you.
ass shit.
Keep it real with you. The North. We talked about the Lions a few minutes ago. Oh, maybe they off the doorstep and they potentially going to be beasts in the North. The Bears competed with them all year, though their team's not good. The Packers are playing good. This may be a division up for grabs. This season just might be the Lions. But yeah, the Bears are not far. They need to figure some things out. But in all, this North division is not clearly the Lions for the foreseeable future. You're gonna see what's happening in like the next year and a half. To me,
clearly you got triggered by that whole argument, but it's okay.
No, I didn't get triggered because we're talking about the Bears, and even in the Bears anyway, we talked about this the other day. How maybe I thought they would beat the Lions the other day. They played them competitive. Yeah, so it's something I was backtracking to even talk about on the show anyway. So it's good that the Bears came in because it's good for me to add mine in.
So I want to say that I'm going to agree that the Bears, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. I don't think they're even close to the rebuild that they need to be at. But one thing I will say, I've been very adamant about this. I'm not ready to give up on Justin Fields yet. He got Moore's up there. He's got a wide out. Still think he needs a second wide out, a more consistent running game. He needs a little bit of help on the offensive side of the ball. But I'm not ready to give up on him yet.
They should probably take Marvin.
Yes. I don't realize he was as big as he is too.
6'4", bro.
6'4", like 215, 340.
Yeah, it's basically Julio Jones.
Yeah.
People are gonna want to make the Mars comparison, but I'm not gonna go there yet.
Nah,
I gotta see it. You gonna have to show me.
Yeah. What's up, Dominique? Holla at you, man. His question for the panel is, in our opinion, do the Cowboys have a legitimate chance to beat the 49ers? The lines would not be at.
Yeah, probably not.
Nah, 49. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Playoffs. The biggest thing is getting in the playoffs. Am I gonna say we're gonna go up there because it's probably gonna be in San Francisco? Are we gonna go out there and beat them? It's gonna be hard to do that. But I'm not gonna say that they're not gonna compete because one thing that I have seen different from the beatdown that they took from San Fran in Week 5, that offense has totally been revamped. The biggest thing in there is to take more shots downfield, and Dak is moving the pocket with his legs. That's been the biggest difference in the offensive productivity that they've had. Why you trolling?
Any given Sunday. That's what I'll say about that. Shout out to you, Dominic.
Absolutely.
Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday.
Number 10, time is running out on the Kansas City Chiefs offense.
For the season, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Still, there's no way they deal with what happened this year and don't come out of this with some kind of veteran wideout for him to work with next year.
Yeah.
Or a really talented young guy. No
that
way.
whole receiver corps, their confidence is shook. Everybody's dropping balls over
They
there.
got the yips, man. They all dropping.
And
Only
then-
question we got in this is Mahomes going to be making the phone calls or veteran wideouts going to be making the call to him saying they won't go there? That's the only thing we got a question.
I think
I was
Mahomes
shocked.
gone.
I was shocked that it already didn't happen because there were some veteran guys out there for cheap and they didn't go get them. And I thought, like, all right, well, then that must mean you must be really confident in who you got in house. And that changed real fast.
Yeah, I think in some cases, like when teams like this win, you know what I'm saying, and are good, they kind of like, okay, maybe we can do this. We don't got to do that. You know, anybody can't have that philosophy like Bill Belichick and the Patriots. You can't have that type of philosophy where you think you're going to win substantially for a long time doing the same shit. You can't. Now they realize, hey, there's no Tyreek walking through that door. Hey, Jose, you were in too. I'll say that on air because you know what I'm saying, it's like when people call me dumb shit. But in all, yeah, man. You get yourself together, man. It's something that can change.
Y'all know who that is?
I have
No.
no idea.
No idea who that is.
Somebody gets
I shared the YouTube thing, so I don't know. Maybe somebody at night looking for something to watch.
Yeah, that's weird.
Go get you some, man. Stop riding around on social
Or hold on. Or maybe we're talking about Kansas City and he got upset. I don't know.
He could be. Could be. Could be a little butt hurt. How valuable was the enemy?
I don't think. I think it's undetermined. Indeterminate. Like you can't determine it yet because I don't know. Because there's nothing that the enemy could drop up that make them guys catch balls. You feel me? Like there's nothing that he can draw up that those guys suddenly don't have the drops. They're open. They're running the routes. They're open, and he's finding them because he finds everyone. Motherfuckers got butterfingers, man.
Fair, man. Fair. At one point, Patrick Mahomes he pitched fair in your heart still, but he made everybody around you, especially when they're catching balls and stuff, you put fair in people's hearts, the defense. This year is like, okay, Mahomes, you could do that. Kelsey, you could do that still because y'all already made yourselves, but everybody else, they're not fair to nobody else. And then you're making it easier by not catching balls, not doing what you're supposed to do, being offsides.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. They need to wide out. They need to go out and get somebody.
And the Broncos only one game out of the division. Lucky enough that they don't have no more matchups with Denver because they played them already this season, but that would be interesting if they had one more game against each other.
Yeah, it would. I agree. That'd be a fun game to watch.
Hell yeah, definitely.
Now that he's getting back, like now that the Broncos are back where they want to be. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, gonna be a little somber in here, but we got Frankie, man.
As opposed to squib kicking it, let him get it with about 12 seconds to go and a possibility for a play.
Miracle. Music City Miracle.
Yep.
Taken by Neal. He gives it to Wycheck. Wycheck, that looked like a forward pass. Taken by Dyson. Dyson down the sideline. Dyson's going to go all the way.
Man.
Go ahead, my fault. I want to answer this after, but go ahead.
And that was a little bit tough for me. I know I probably said it a couple of times in here before. I got a handful of players that I deem as favorite players. Frank Wycheck was one of my favorite all-time players.
Really?
Just do that. Yeah, he wasn't flashy, but he was gritty and he was consistent.
Yeah,
he showed up
did
for
the work.
everybody. He did his job. And you know, I started, obviously I was going to school in South Texas, so watched a lot of Houston Oilers games down there, other than, as far as the AFC is concerned. So that's why I got accustomed to watching him, and I followed him when he went to Tennessee. He was always on my fantasy teams every year. But big ups to Frank Wycheck, man. RIP to you, brother.
Man just took a spill. That's rough.
It's rough, yeah. They say he fell and hit his head, right?
Yeah.
I think they did a welfare check on him, and that's when they found him. He's only 52 years old.
Yeah, he was young. That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. maybe you know what I'm saying, it's this life, but maybe it's just my life in the sense as well. Few people in the last few years I've heard that passed away from slips. You know what I'm saying? Like slips, falls, you know, stuff like that. So it's mindful, especially in the wintertime, you know what I'm saying? One of the most dangerous seasons just for this on the ground walking. You know, if you're walking in any sight, man, you know, black ice, anything. Just in all, just around your surroundings as you get older too, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks, man. I heard that what happened. You know, I heard yesterday he passed, but I heard what happened. That's
very unfortunate. That's just a straight up freak accident.
Yeah, you speak of him being one of your favorites. And be real, he kind of was the person that made Wild Card Saturday fun. Like Wild Card Saturday, like yeah, we watch it, we want to watch it. But that Bills Titans game was one of the first games I watched. You know, Wild Card NFL football, and got your eyes watching that. No matter what, you know, we got to set something on the schedule for Wild Card Saturday.
Also, that play. That was one of the first plays when Sports Science decided to like partner up with the NFL. That was one of the first plays that they broke down and proved that yes, in fact, it was a legal lateral. Yeah, great play, great player. Sucks.
And I'm gonna give thanks out to him too. Thanks for not giving Kansas City that miracle last night. Real shit.
This right here. So if Marvin Harrison Jr. declares, do the Chiefs do what the Falcons did to get Julio Jones? I don't know if it'll work because I feel like I don't think they'll have the better offer. I think other people are going to want to do that same thing. If the Bears get the first pick and they decide that they're not going to go with Marvin and they want to trade out of that because they also have another pick, there's going to be better offers on the table than what the Chiefs can offer, in my opinion. Other teams are going to want to do that. So while I think that it'd be great and they could try and they should try, I don't know that they'll be able to.
That's interesting. I mean, that's something that, you find. And in drafts too, man, it's been short that, you know, you can find better value. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs need somebody, but you can find better value probably in later rounds. But yeah, if you can go get this man and they can work it out, yeah, they probably would. But yeah, I don't think it'll be done. He'll end up somewhere, one of the top 3 teams, and hopefully his situation is dope.
He'll be a Bear or a Cardinal.
Bear or Cardinal? Okay, I can see that.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Because Cardinals got the second pick right now, right?
As of right now, they should, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that to go because they can't get rid of Murray. And Murray's been playing pretty decent since he returned.
Yeah. They should go out and get a Doomsday, but we'll see what happens.
And real quick before we move on to the next thing, just to look at the productivity of Frank Wycheck from 98 to 2000, he went to 3 consecutive Pro Bowls. He had when he retired in 2003, he had 504 career catches, and that was the 4th most by NFL in NFL history by a tight end between 98 and 2000. No, 4th most by NFL tight end, period. 505 catches.
I want to know what this means.
I honestly think Johnny Wilson from FSU is a better pick. He can't catch. Is that the 6'7" kid? If I'm not mistaken. Like he just declared for the draft like last week.
If he's 6'7", it'd be perfect for Kyler's short little ass.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's him.
Some people have Coleman going up high too.
Yeah, he's 6'7", 237. This year he had 41 catches, only 2 touchdowns though, for 617 yards.
Does he stay at wideout or do you move him to tight end when he comes to the league?
I haven't had, no, to be honest, I haven't had a chance to watch film on him yet. Yeah. But based on my dad said he kind of has a little bit of flashes of somewhat of Mike Evans when he was coming out of A&M.
Okay.
But then Mike's his big shoes.
Yeah.
He's fucking big on the field. God damn.
That's a big motherfucker.
It looks like something that could be moved to like you said, a tight end. Like
he basically
like
LeBron.
Metcalf. He just like a Metcalf build, but like you said, Metcalf, is he one of a million, or can this guy follow in the steps? Like you said, he might be a switch move with positions, but I mean, shit, man.
He basically
you can't tell somebody like that lose weight. You can't it's like an NBA player they're too big, right?
You need to gain weight. You need to gain weight and play tight end,
right?
About 10, 15 pounds of muscle.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's basically LeBron size, bro. It's crazy.
All right, moving on to the next thing. Justin Herbert is expected to be out on Thursday. We talked about it a little bit earlier, as far as the 10 things that we learned on week 14. Up until this point in time, I know now this is somebody. We talked earlier about the hype that the Lions got. This is a guy that got a lot of hype. Coming out of college, if he had came out the year that he had his best season in college, they say he probably would have been the number 1 overall pick. But he decides to stay one more year and have an opportunity to play with his younger brother. At what point in time do we say that we might need to look at him? No, he's about to be on his 3rd head coach. I think his 3rd or 4th offense coordinator, probably.
Who we talking about? I missed it. I must have.
Justin Herbert.
Oh. No, that coaching staff is terrible.
What about the offensive scheme that's been ran for him? Now, he's got all the tools. He's got all the tools in the book.
They always hurt, though.
He's always hurt. His wideouts are always hurt.
Well, his wideouts are hurt way more. His wideouts are always dying. I'm surprised Keenan Allen's played as many games. Mike Williams didn't. The Mike Williams thing got injured in like the 2nd or 3rd week. They let Palmer. I believe they let Palmer go. Wait, no, he might still be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ready to blame him. He's still good. He's a good quarterback.
Still a franchise quarterback?
You gotta be.
I mean,
you gotta bring a coach in there who knows what he's doing with that.
If we know one thing about, we'll exit Drew Brees out the conversation. He ended up getting hurt, and then they just had all the different opinions about him. He got traded to the Saints, but he had success. But most of the Chargers QBs that are generated in their organization are lifers. So rather we blame him or not, he may be in a situation where he's a lifer. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he could be traded soon, you know what I'm saying, in the next few years. The way the player, the movement, and development is today, he'll definitely probably move, but I can see him being a lifer here. So I can see a lot of things not being blamed on him. Some things, but not a lot. Not a lot.
Yeah, you got to
don't play the rest of the year. Do your service that. Don't play for the rest of the year. Do not get back on the field.
Yeah. You want any long-term stuff going on either, you know.
It's a blow.
Next
but the overrating, if you talk about overrating, if people say, hey, if people have that site like, oh, he's overrated, I'm not mad at them for that. Because ultimately, somebody's going to be either to blame or it's going to come all full circle. Like next year, they'll have new coaching, potentially, and we'll see. Because once the new coaching comes, then unless the coach is really, getting them in a situation where they continue to lose by 1 touchdown in some games, or in this case, this year, just getting slopped up. Then Justin may be the next culprit. But I don't see that happening. In terms of him getting blamed.
Fair enough. Next topic. Last topic before our break. Jayden Daniels took home the hardware Saturday night.
He deserved it.
It was a close vote between him and Penix. So Will already, that was going to be my question. Do you think that he deserved it? Will said yes. So what do you think?
Gladly deserved. I mean, you appreciate where prime numbers like he's putting up are congratulated. Not and it's good that his team didn't have to be ranked. They seen the player for what he was. They didn't say, oh, he played on this team and all this and that. Shout out to Penix though. He would have won first to me just with the outfit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him having the outfit on, all his teammates and coaches on it.
The drip was real.
That should have gave him a couple extra points, but
yeah, definitely.
Performance-wise and all that, man. Shout out to Jayden Daniels. He rising stock a little bit for the NFL draft, by winning that, and he's just not a Heisman. I heard somebody say that, and it was a bad take. I'm thinking this. I know y'all know Coach JB from the that last chance you
Yes.
kids on so he has his own podcast and stuff like that. And I think him and his panel was speaking on may have this been the work does he go down to one of the worst Heisman winners in the history? And I'm sitting here like
hating ass.
Yeah, and this is like hating. Like I would never want to say that about any Heisman. I think that when you win that award, I just hope for great success. Everybody does, you know. Some people don't pan that, but I'm not gonna go here and say off the rip that it's bad. Congratulations. That's to be the only thing. Congratulations, and hope your success turns. You know, for what achievement. Like,
that he may go down as one of the worst Heisman Trophy winners.
That's stupid. Let me be clear. He put up Lamar Jackson at Louisville numbers in the SEC.
That part.
We're gonna stop any other conversation.
Right. I said, when I seen that, I said, yeah. I said, that's crazy. I said, damn, man, not even 24 hours fresh off the press of winning it. You over here like, damn. It's not like you had another game. It's not like you had a bowl game, have 4 picks, Will, and then you're like,
it's wild. That's a wild take.
Come on.
Yeah, he got I think he got like 74% of the votes.
Yeah, as he should have. He was killing, bro. My man had a game with 300 passing yards and 200 rushing yards. What are we even talking about?
Sometimes I follow JB. Sometimes he says some crazy stuff.
Yeah, it does.
To stay relevant on television, you gotta say you gotta have like 5 or 6 of those takes a year. You gotta have that to push your own culture. But stop it.
Definitely not the word.
And I'm gonna leave for real quick. Hey, and I'm gonna say this real quick. We got 3 guys. We got 3 guys, and I always speak about, you know, us 3 having a great platform, great patterns, depending on no matter what the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
I had to speak on it. I was trying to watch Undisputed this morning. Yeah,
it's unwatchable now.
Like you have 4 people, but it's not even. Like you can't have 4 power mouths. Like okay, you have 2 power mouths, that's cool. Mm-hmm. You can't have 4 power mouths because that
you need a coach. You need a coach to keep the other 2 from killing each other.
Skip is supposed to get his word around the most, and then you have Michael, like Keyshawn talking, but then Michael's kind of like, you want to hear Michael talk. People want to hear Michael talk, but then you got Sherman in here, and Sherman just looks so big on screen, like they got the close up of.
Sherman's a hater too.
He is like a diabolical one.
Yeah,
he
tried to do it last Thursday night, and he got
to hate
by one of the co-hosts.
It's why he's gonna be around for a while in this business though, because he does it well. But yeah, like any conversation that has Keyshawn and Michael Irvin is already too loud, and then you're gonna add Skip into that conversation, and then Richard Sherman. Like there's no chance that works.
It's too much personality on that camera.
That's like 4 Tubes versus 4 Wills. That's gonna be a nightmare. y'all, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear me and 4 and 2 go at it. It'd be reckless. That's what that is right there. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
That part. Y'all ready for a break?
Let's go.
Get your Jerry juice.
We'll be back about 15-20 seconds. Appreciate you.
Shimon.
That was good with the people. It's Montreal McNeander, NFL linebacker for the Cleveland Browns and Grambling alumni. I had to come through today. Give a special shout out to my dudes over at STWF Media, the big brand, where you can talk sports with the other NFL players, fans in their Facebook community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get them boys a shout out. Go check out their page. And I promise you, man, you're gonna love everything that you hear and enjoy it.
You say it like that.
You got a score update?
Yes.
7-7 for this Miami. Oh, it's all 7s.
All 7s, baby. All 7s. Lucky number 7s. If you was at Vegas, you hit 3 7s. They got 4 here. That would have been an extra couple dollars.
Four of them motherfuckers.
Check it out, man. So you have an interesting Monday night lineup. And speaking of that, I was trying to read up on this. Why the hell is there 2 Monday night games on tonight? And the NFL said we're just trying things out. They're just trying things out. I feel this season they're flexing games, taking games out the schedule, pick games on the schedule. I like what the NFL's doing, man. They're trying some things and they're trying to get unique, man. So let's don't have a playing tournament.
It's Springer.
Let's don't have a playing tournament.
They're trying things.
Oh man, so got power rankings coming up. Let me see. We got top 12 power rankings.
Okay.
No. Before we go to power rankings, man, I feel like we as a podcast tonight, I feel like we need something else. We talked about it a little bit last week, but then it kind of came reality yesterday, and we have to talk about it for a second. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, granted, he was bummed up a little bit from last week's game. But this is 2 straight losses for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We spoke on, Justin Herbert, and obviously the same answer is probably going to be no, you don't blame him. But when do you stop blaming him? When do you stop blaming Sunshine, Trevor? When does that go down? Is him and Justin Herbert kind of on the same boat right now?
Yeah, I can see that. Those two are kind of in the same realm where it's like all the talent in the world.
Shout out to you, Mike.
And we expect a little more. I would agree. I would agree that him and Herbert are basically now. The difference being, I think right now Trevor has a better staff around him and a healthier team around him, but he's also a little younger or at least younger in the league, and I think it's going to take a little more time. But I think everybody's so ready for the quarterback to be the guy right now that we got ahead of ourselves with him and Herbert. They may need more time.
Well, that's okay. And that's okay. And the way they push quarterbacks nowadays to be great. Right. You want to give them $250 million. Yeah, it's
too much. Too much, too quick.
But you do got to consider the hype that he came into the league with. They was like
the greatest prospect at quarterback since Andrew Luck, since Peyton Manning, and technically kind of ever.
As soon as he walked on the campus of Clemson, he was getting pubbed as being the next great.
And to be fair, at every level, he's met or surpassed what they expected until right now, where we're still waiting because you couldn't surpass the hype he had for the league. Once they call you the greatest prospect since Andrew Luck, and pretty much the greatest prospect, period, the highest graded quarterback coming out of college. Yeah, it's going to be tough to them some shoes, man.
Now, kudos to him for turning around because we've talked about it on him before, where they kind of stunted his growth a little bit, and somewhat set him up for failure with hiring Urban Meyer.
Yeah, that was a terrible move.
First season. That was a terrible move. But it looked like they righted the ship. They still got a lot of promise. I still think it's going to probably come down to the last week between them and Houston to win the division. Mm-hmm. But up until this point in time, I've liked his maturation process. No, he seemed like each year he's getting a little bit better. So, hopefully, I would probably say probably in the same as Herbert, but he's trending upward.
Yeah. And again, I think that's better. He's got better things around him than Herbert does.
Agreed. All right, a top 12. Top 12.
Playoffs coming soon.
No, y'all remember
playoffs coming soon. Can't wait for it.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's that jam right there.
Top 12. So let's get it up here, man. And we kind of switched it up to the top 12 because there's a couple of teams who right on the cusp that they need their flowers. Coming in at number 12, we talked about him a little bit earlier, Russell Wilson and his Denver Broncos. They are, I think they're 2 games behind Kansas City right now?
A game. Kansas City's 8-5, they're 7-6.
Okay. Wow.
No one saw that coming.
No.
I see. Before they hit to the Beckel, I kind of seen them trying to compete with them, but not in the sense of one game here and now. I thought the Chiefs would probably at least have a 2-game, 3-game, but good to them. You know what I'm saying? And, they got a paw print so far, probably that, you can bring yourself in the playoffs and make some success. And that's a defense. The defense is improving. Like I said, that defense was never bad to me. I think they went through some tough times. I think they went through the tough times and they get into reality now how they can be. If that defense can continue to be how they be and week by week they improve. Y'all want to play Russell on Wild Card Saturday, Sunday?
Probably not.
Probably not. Kansas City. Who do they have left on there? I'm trying to look up their schedule.
Oh, the Bull went nuts.
Huh?
The Bull was fucking shit up. Texas Bull was fucking shit up on his highlights. Whatever. Sorry.
So
you said a bull on the bench?
A whole ass bull at a
shit.
college game. Like a whole fucking bull.
A football game or a basketball game?
Football.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy.
nobody got hurt, did they?
I cannot tell you.
Oh, wow.
So Kansas City remaining schedule is as such right here. They got New England on Sunday. They travel to New England. They have the Raiders at home. They have the Bengals at home. And hold on, to end this season, they have the Chargers, and they go to Los Angeles.
That's 4 wins if they're playing right.
Yeah, 4 wins. 4
or 3-1
probable wins. And then on the other side, well, Denver has Detroit, New England, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
Yeah, it's more likable for the Chargers to sweep that division just because those in between teams in that division are playing each other. Yeah, that can go either way. I mean, now if Herbert's done for the season, then I'm writing the Chargers off.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the Raiders are the ultimate team that can be kind of spoiling people's playoff berths. They could be a team that potentially beats one of these teams in the Chiefs or the Broncos.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere, but they could definitely ruin some parties.
Not scoring zeros like they did yesterday, but
right.
So right now,
probably should score some, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Man, Antonio because of crazy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm looking at this nuts.
6 teams in the AFC have 7-6 records.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh and Indy have the last 2 spots right now.
The mid FC.
The mid FC.
You said the Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers got the last 2 spots?
Right, as of right now.
Lord.
Pittsburgh has 2 games.
Can't wait for that playoff game.
And Indy's on a 1-game losing streak. So,
how did the Rams let that? They played themselves last night, bro.
Number 11, Houston Texans. Talked about them a little bit earlier. They got some increase. Even if they make the playoffs, they're going to limp into it. Depending on how the concussion is, I'll probably say go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah, they're trending down. He's hurt. Both receivers hurt.
Tight ends hurt.
You got to play for next year now. Time to punt on the season.
The slump's gonna happen, man. That sucks for them. That happens at this time.
Now, this one here with the Colts at number 10, that's actually saying a lot, considering that their quarterback went down. What, week 2 or 3? When Richardson went down?
He went down 2 and 3 and then came back and then went down again, I think, in 5.
Okay. So Minshew has kind of steadied the ship. They were on like a 5-game winning streak before they lost this past weekend. They look pretty decent. And I think another reason they probably took the L yesterday, Jonathan Taylor. I think that's going to hurt them a lot, not having him back there.
Yeah.
Is he hurt for the season?
No, he's supposed to come back. He's probably be back this week. It was supposed to be a 2 to 3 week injury. So if not this week, next week, definitely. If they want to keep that last spot, man, they better try to ramp it up.
Yeah, they got to go all balls to the wall.
Zach Moss is nice and all that, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, he's not Jonathan Taylor. It's not the guy you paid all that money to.
Right.
But we have to have him stay healthy, though. Your spot can get taken. We all know that.
Number 9, the Detroit Lions at 9-4. They are trending downward. Got some injuries going on. I didn't realize how depleted they were at the safety position. So much so they're having to rotate cornerbacks to play the safety position. That's how it's bad.
The rookie Branch must be hurt too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
They've been going through injuries in that back end since the season before the season started.
Yeah, when like early in the season, Charlie Johnson went down.
So this is, I mean, obviously with losses, you go down. Like I said earlier, man. I mean, just keep on, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I don't think are gonna lose playoff. I mean, you're gonna lose a playoff position spot, but you're not gonna lose a playoff spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is all, man. Just keep on, man. Come from this bounce back, man. Don't take it all. Oh, we lost to the fucking shitty Bears. Nah. That lost to a divisional opponent that's trying to find themselves as two, and even more in the media for negative reasons than you guys are. So, fuck it.
If they go just 500 for the rest of the season, they have a good playoff spot and they can do some things.
That's true.
They're gonna be third. They're gonna be third, fourth, regardless. They're gonna host a home game.
Right.
You know, I just don't. They won't slip that. They won't slip that much. Nobody. The Packers ain't gonna. None of those teams are gonna win the division. So.
Yeah,
it's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be a wild month.
Yeah, it is.
8. Jacksonville Jaguars at 8-5.
Nah, I think they should have slipped off. They should have slipped downwards. The Lions should be in their spot.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like where this team's going right now. I really don't.
It's a sneaky 8-5. It's not a good 8-5.
Right. Very shaky at best.
Yeah.
Number 7. Cleveland Browns at 8-5.
That's also a really weird 8-5. Jesus.
And Joey Flacco off the couch, baby. Oh my God. Joey Flacco, Super Bowl winning QB. Joey Flacco.
Man.
It's crazy. Somebody mentioned earlier how many backup QBs we got playing, quarterbacks off the couch we got playing this season. But hey, this is the game, man. And hey, it seems like injuries are occurring more when you're giving players a lot of money. But you got to go in there and do your job, man. Go in there and step up. You may not be that QB, but you're pulling wins out at a point in time. This is December football right now, and you have a chance to get in. Yeah. Joey, I'm going to root for you, Joey. I'm going to root for you, Flacco, because I always show respect for Flacco. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joey.
The $100 million man.
I think this is number 6. Kansas City Chiefs at 8-5.
Yeah, I mean, they got tape on this team. We keep saying this season. They got tape on y'all this season. And that includes Patrick Mahomes. Not saying that they're locking you down. They contain you. And all you can do is contain a great quarterback like that, which the league is doing right now. You know, 75, almost like 60 yards of offense that he's not producing this year. That's a crazy slump for a guy like him. You know, so
in all Nagy.
Yeah, and they lead the league in drops.
Yeah. Nagy's not very good anymore.
So he's getting the ball to them. They're just not catching him.
Yeah. They should have been Philly when Valdez Scanlon dropped that ball. I still can't get
Patrick. And another thing, you don't want to be negative towards it. You don't want to have that negative attitude towards the media. You don't want to act like you're being negative towards the media. But Patrick, you're almost there. And it's okay if you are, Patrick. Sometimes the media is going to have to hear shit that you don't want them to hear, but they're going to hear it. Now, I'm not saying scream your guys on the bus, throw your guys under the bus, say Tony sucks. But, hey, you got to be real, man. And he did say it in the conference that he did step off sides. But you got to let them know, man. I'm frustrated, man. You know what I'm saying? Team ain't coming about. You know, she was needing to catch the ball, man.
He need to aim that anger at his wideouts.
Somebody mentioned that today on national TV. Like, is he doing that enough in the locker room? Somebody's like, yeah, well, Patrick Mahomes is doing that. Are you sure he's doing that?
I'm not sure of that.
I don't think so. I agree with you. So I don't think he's doing that.
I don't think so either. Because, like Tom Brady.
Nice.
Tom Brady would have been smacking motherfuckers.
He got to be more like he got to have. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up.
Gotta snatch him up.
That Jackson Mahomes mentality.
Yeah. You need some Jackson Mahomes energy. I didn't think we needed that, but he might need it.
He might need it. He might need it.
You see the basketball clip last week?
Yeah, he looked so slow, bro. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was gonna be a nice ass highlight reel. It's just a bunch of putbacks. I was like, this nigga here. He's whack. I was crying. That shit was funny.
Next up, we've got number 5, the Baltimore Ravens. We had an OBJ sighting yesterday.
We've been having a few OJ sightings this season, man. Hey, is he worth $20 million? No, but he's OBJ, and as long as he got those 3 letters in his name, I guess he's deserving of some guap. But overall, this is the Ravens team, man. They go out there and they compete. You can say, oh, well, they let the Rams score 31, all that. You can say things like that about them every game. But you can't forget that this is the way the organization has always won games, always organized as a team. Yeah. So when you speak of them losing games that they should win and all that, this is the team, man. They're a bunch of fighters. They're a bunch of dogs. Deion Sanders uses dogs and leaders. They have a bunch of dogs and leaders in his locker room over here, man. Special teams is something that they always, emphasize on, and special teams won them the game yesterday. Shout out to the Ravens, man. Continue to push, man. AFC's looking rocky right now. They're the best team in the AFC right after the Dolphins don't win tonight, correct?
Yeah, it was an ugly win.
And they still match up, I think, against each other this season. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna look at that schedule right now. I know the Ravens got some interesting games coming up too. So hold on, let me see Ravens schedule. So the Ravens schedule going throughout the rest of the season. They got the Jaguars on Sunday night. Then they got the 49ers on Christmas night. And then they got the Dolphins on New Year's Eve. And then in the season, the Steelers.
At least they get that last one before the playoffs, like an easy little run. And even that's not really easy because it's the Steelers are always going to play them tough.
Playoffs start right now.
That is a rough-ass last 4 games. That's crazy.
Conspiracy moment with Tuquan, real quick. So read a couple like a month ago. Y'all probably seen it too. Definitely have. If I'm y'all on the internet, if not more than me, the same as me. Yeah. We won't say that y'all are more than me because I sometimes people like, oh, you're on the internet a lot. Kind of get offended. Like, don't say I'm on the internet a lot. I got a life. So the Super Bowl colors for this year are purple and like a red color. So it's been rumored that every time the color symbolizes what teams play each other. Though I don't believe it, this year's is purple and red. They say it's for the Ravens and the 49ers. That's what they're saying. But the Ravens and the 49ers are both playing on track right now for that to be. I hope it's not, but hey, that's just what it is. But I don't think so. But purple and red, man.
It'd be a fun matchup though, but
yeah. Crazy. We get a preview of that potential predicted matchup in a couple of weeks, man. So that'll be dope. And it's on Christmas night, so great Christmas gift to have for free.
It's my birthday.
Number 4.
Will's birthday. Should we have? I think we should have a special edition of kind of like what we did on Thanksgiving, kind of like a morning.
We can do that.
We'll set that up.
Yeah. Celebrate our guy.
Yes. Henny and all that. Right on live set.
Yeah,
ready to drink at 8 in the morning? Well, I am.
Two gonna start arguing with me at like 11 a.m. Just to
well, it ain't your birthday today. Nah, it ain't your birthday today.
He said it's Christmas. It ain't your birthday. It's Jesus' birthday. Stupid.
Philadelphia Eagles coming in at 10-3. I believe it's the number 4 team. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's 4. Either 5 or 4. They got the numbers on here.
Yeah, they going away. They going away from they're going away from the run game, and it's becoming like a passing team. And last time we all checked, that's kind of not the MO that they should be running for success on this football team. Now that can lead to some problems because people already question rather Justin Hurts is a pocket passer or is an RPO type quarterback. And I'm not even mention that. I mean, I'm not going to mention that he's hurt. You could mention it, but
the reason why I say that is he's more effective when they're running the RPO, and you haven't seen that really in quite some time this season.
Yeah, he's hurt. They don't want to get him hit.
It sucks, man, when you have a QB supposedly hurt and you're trying to like keep it under the radar. But I mean, as the games go on, you see it, you hear people talking about it, but you're still trying to keep it under the radar. And then it comes that moment in time where you don't make it to where you're supposed to make it or whatever. And then you're like, well, Jalen's been playing with this all season. Well, shit. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. Like, it happens.
Coming in number 3, they playing tonight. Go ahead, Will.
They're struggling with the Titans
right now.
Yeah,
still 7-7.
I think so. Yeah.
Are they playing at home on the road?
At home too.
Nope. Will, it's Monday night. They you can't ban games and teams playing on Monday night, but Miami already had a Sunday. You can't get them a Monday like it's a Sunday. You can't do that. That's an extra party night for them, as if it's not already a party town.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But they're currently at 9-3. So yeah. Number 2. Can I ask Dallas Cowboys?
How do
you agree with that?
Yeah.
How about them Cowboys? I love it. Real talk, man. I didn't go crazy. I mean, go crazy around the game. I didn't. It was a great performance, man. Like I said a couple weeks ago when we played the Eagles over in Philly, they gave up, I feel, in that game, and they basically said, come and take the game, and we didn't take it. And I was mad at that because I felt like that game was ours. They, from start to finish, completed the game, and to me, they quit again. So, this to me, 2 times this team quit. But ultimately, we know why we're here, man. We know why we're trying to be here. We know we're trying to win. Doesn't mean we're going to win it. But, and it sucks to say, man, we have to prepare for these guys up in San Francisco, dog. We're not doing anything in terms of even getting to the Super Bowl side or the divisional playoffs, any of that, if we can't beat that team. We got to beat that team on top. They're the best team in the league. And I have this theory still, because it's happened twice already, that the third time's the charm. Hopefully we can get that third charm. Because San Francisco, we want you. We want the 49ers. We already know, like I said before, we already know we can beat the Eagles. That's a divisional foe. We know them up and down. This team we can't figure out. We got to figure out the riddle to Purdy and Debo and Christian McCaffrey and all these defenders that they got. Mike Shanahan. The 2 Mikes. One Mike got to figure out the other Mike ultimately.
That's fair.
Right now, the MVP odds, wrong way. Jaylen is at, Hurts is at a plus 650. Tua is at number 5 at plus 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar is at number 3 at a plus 550. Purdy is number 2 at a plus 200. And Dak is number 1 at a plus 160.
Disrespect for Hill is crazy.
Disrespect for Hill is crazy. I see him on 2 on some lists. One thing about Purdy, which is very interesting, the pass attempts.
He's doing it on less attempts.
He's like top 5. He's like top 2 or 3 in like passing yards, I think, and all that.
He's like bottom 5 in
bottom like 5 in like pass attempts. I found that very, very, very great, and why he's definitely going to be on that final 3 ballot for MVPs. So shout out to that man right now, putting in work. Shout out to Dak, just putting in work, putting up numbers that if there were any other QB that they talk about on a daily basis being a good QB, this would be, a topic every day. But shout out Lamar, continue to push. Even though people say he got paid too much. Shout out to Tyreek, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't overlook. May fall short tonight of 100 yards, but in all, man, great work. Great work by all these guys on the QB ladder. Not only this year, but just in all, man. Just being on that, you only know there's one winner, but you know what I'm saying? Just being a conversation is dope as shit.
Tyreek, that's who scored? Did they get? Oh, they didn't get it. Tyreek is not on the field right now. He's on the sideline. They took his helmet.
Wow, that's not good.
No.
Well, he's on the sideline right now with his helmet off?
They took his helmet.
Yeah, and it's crazy, too, because that's an injury you don't want to happen, where you're playing these prime teams coming up. You're going to need that guy because Waddle is getting banged up, too. So if that's your second guy, and then after that, you got guys that you sign to kind of be decoys.
But he's out. So it was a leg injury, and he's out there walking back and forth on the sideline. So obviously, he wants to go.
Yeah, he probably wants to go, yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to let him go. So
they can't let him risk it.
He's probably going to be okay, but yeah, they're not going to let him go.
You know what's crazy? Hey, you ain't Tua. We ain't going to do you like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. It should be up there.
Right, exactly. Because they had their shit fucked up, but it's whatever. They almost got the quarterback killed one year, and now they're like, yeah, we're not gonna kill the wideout. We pay him a lot more.
Saquon Barkley with another touchdown for the Giants. Saquon.
Yeah, I'm playing with somebody who got Saquon tonight. It sucks.
Saquon scored again?
Yep, Saquon scored again.
I need that. I need that, bro.
14-10, New York.
Okay.
14-10, New York Giants. Hey, man, there was a lot of hollering about, the Packers last week. The Packers, I think, did they have the last NFC spot?
I don't believe they do.
Okay. Are they close to it? But shout out to the good ball by the Packers. But in all, they're still a team trying to improve too, man. The Giants are a team in the last few weeks that they've been getting a little bit of production on both sides of the football. So
you're correct. You are correct. They do have the last NFC spot.
Okay. So yeah, man, you don't want to fall. The worst part about it is like my Cowboys too, and I'm gonna mention the Cowboys one more time since they're here. We're in first now in the NFC East, but it may be short lived depending on how we play because we got into the gauntlet. Yep. And it always sucks when hey shit, we're in first now, and it's not really close. I mean, it is close, and then you're like, damn, well, we got to win this game next week to just even have a game up, or pray that the Eagles lose so we can stay. It's crazy. This time, man, is the worst time, man. It's no guaranteed wins.
Not at all.
Dude, Lamar Jackson scored 72 points in that.
And the obvious number one is the San Francisco 49ers. My opinion, the best team in football right now.
Yeah, they're the pinnacle. They're the best team. They're the best team in the league right now. They. It's a lot of things I could say nice about them, but I don't even want to be nice. But you got to respect them. We coming for y'all, though. We want y'all, man. We have to. The only way the Destiny League can come, man, is if we can live the old times like the new times, as if we be the team that we used to beat on in the old times and get to the Super Bowl. That's the only thing I can picture it. Like, this sounds like so old school to me that it has to happen. And I'm sorry, I'm a fan. I'm biased. I want my boys to win all the time. Every year, I think my boys are going to win. But shit, something got to give, man. There's something I fucking give.
It's a perfect Hollywood story that the team y'all have to beat if y'all really want to get back to the promised land. Y'all gotta go through the Niners, and that's always been what it's been with y'all.
On either side, either we got
to the Niners. The Niners have to beat y'all.
Yep.
So it's the age-old rivalry right there. That's one of the better rivalries in sports because it's not even a division rivalry. It's a conference, but not a division. But y'all just always gonna have that smoke, man. So yeah, y'all gotta beat them. It's big. Like nothing else in the season matters until.
That's what I'm saying. Like it sucks too. Like staying like because I for the last few years I've been trying to stay like okay, stay Cucho. Don't overdo yourself or all this and that. Keep your mental health and your heart rate really good. But this shit's killing me inside. Like I've been chilled this season. Like this shit right here, it can't continue to happen. We can't continue to lose to these guys. We need one more matchup with these guys. I'm praying. My Christmas gift, I don't even care. I don't get nothing for Christmas. I want one gift. That's for the Cowboys and 49ers play one more time and the Cowboys win. I would take that all day. Anybody would in Dallas.
And if y'all don't beat them, if y'all lose to them again, how do you
you have to, if you don't beat them, be real, and they're probably gonna be the team ultimately to beat for the next few years if they can stay constructed, we're gonna have to change shit up.
How do you come back to the table with the same team? That's what
I'm saying. You can't, and it's crazy that the sound is 30-something teams in the NFL, and you're changing your team ultimately because you can't beat one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bad voodoo.
Yeah, some bad juju.
And it's one team. You got to go through them, but it's not like they're the Super Bowl champs.
And that's the thing. I was going to say that, and it's like. Then the next week they lose to the Eagles. They don't get there, and it's just that makes me more and more upset. Like, damn, like what was this last week? But we have to show up. We have to show up.
All right. So next we got the update.
I sucked again this week. I think Coach overlapped me.
I was the worst.
We all sucked this week. Just to give an insight to it. Will, you came in fourth at 5-8.
Oh God!
And we have a 3-way tie Everybody else went 7-6.
And then the games tonight, somebody's going to probably flip too.
No, we all had the same picks tonight.
Oh, okay.
We all picked Miami. We all picked Green Bay.
Okay.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah, this week I was looking at this shit like, damn, I sucked for me. I think I got one that I was surprised about. I think, no, not surprised, but I picked my Broncos again and they won. And I was just like this, but most of the day I was sitting here like, damn.
Bro.
I would have thought that I would have thought that you, coach, would have had the best week because I'm sitting here like I thought most of your teams won.
I got the first 4 games of the week wrong. Out the gate. The very first 4 games on the list, wrong.
Yo, we got to start on this Thursday thing. This Thursday thing's getting kind of out of hand.
Rough.
When we're picking on the same team on Thursday and that team's losing.
Because it's a toss-up. Usually both teams are trash.
It shouldn't be a toss-up for some of these games, and yet some bullshit.
The amount of money that was made off that Patriot Steelers game, it was supposed to be the lowest over-under in the history of sports. And the game that ended up being the lowest under of the season was having a game that was scheduled to be an over-under, surprising. That was the Vikings and the Raiders.
Vikings 3-0. Oh, my God. They set football back like 30 years with that one. That's
Josh Dobbs officially done as the QB in Minnesota. They've seen enough of the passing on. Damn. Justin Jefferson out again.
Yeah.
He got cracked.
I mean, he'll be back this Sunday, they said, but yeah.
He got cracked.
Well, they're still trying to get a playoff spot. They are
Why?
They are next to last at 76 for the last spot. They're right behind.
Green Bay's driving in Giants territory after a fumble. They're at the Giants 9 right now. Still 10-14-10 Giants.
That's the Giants.
And Titans, Dolphins 10-10 with 8:57 left in the third.
A Monday night check-in. Good job, man.
Monday Night Football.
Man, we got 2 Monday night games this week, and they both suck.
Hold on. So we're going to check the rest of the Monday night games for the rest of the season.
Till they get flexed.
I think games already been flexed.
Oh, they can't flex.
I think this is kind of how they're gonna go. So we're gonna hold on. See that here. Hold on.
There's no more flexibility.
Okay. Hold on. We get spicy right now.
We get spicy.
So we get spicy this week in week 15. So you got the Thursday game, Chargers Raiders. I don't know if that'll be spicy, but it'll be a game to watch. And then games Saturday. So you got 2 games. You got 3 games. 3 games Saturday. You got Vikings Bengals at 1:00. Mm-hmm. You got Steelers Colts at 4:30, and then the end of the night you got a potential game of 2 playoff teams. Or next game. Oh, hold on, 2 games because the Steelers and the Colts are fighting for that last one. They currently hold the 2 spots, and then the Broncos play the Lions to end the night. Sunday you got your regular scheduled state. Monday night game will be Eagles Seahawks.
Ooh.
Playoff implications. You got the next Monday, you got Ravens and 49ers, but then before that, you got Eagles Giants on Christmas Day. You also got Chiefs and Raiders, forever that's worth. Then you have the New Year's Eve games, and the last Monday night game is Packers and Vikings, and that potentially could be a spot in the playoffs on the line, depending on how the Vikings play. So it's a lot going on. Saturday football coming to you starting this Saturday, which is dope. So got football extra day. Got football 4 days this week coming up, man.
Well, I'll be damned.
Crazy, man. Woo! I can't wait for it.
I went 5-8.
Oh my God, we get the Saints the Thursday before Christmas against the Rams.
Levis going to if y'all just see. So I know we already know that he's not going to be that guy. But if y'all just seen how Trayvon Burks should try to go for a pass, that's just embarrassing.
And he was that number 1 pick. What, last year?
He's the one that they picked, thinking, "Oh yeah, we'll replace AJ Brown."
AJ Brown. Okay.
Stupid.
And hold on, was that? No, because they signed AJ. They traded for AJ Brown, right?
They traded AJ Brown away. Then they drafted.
Was that the pick that they gave them?
No. They were gonna have but still.
And that would suck. That would ultimately suck too. Like if this is the trade that we give you this number, and then you took him, and then he's absolutely nothing as we see. And then,
but to be fair, like that's why they did it. They did it because they knew that the receiving class was gonna be good. So they basically traded AJ, knowing that they would have a shot at one of these guys. Then they pick him to replace AJ, and he is a bum.
Only $20 million. This thing is only $20 million. Shit's dirt cheap now.
They should have spent that shit.
Listen, man. Hey, man. Playoff fucking I can't wait for these playoffs this year. This is going to be one thing that's probably won't change. We see here potentially is the NFC South. Seems like teams got a couple more wins this year, but it seems like the same conference throughout there. Everybody's in a tie for. I mean, Carolina's not. They already eliminated them themselves when they drafted the QB that they drafted. But
honestly, if you break down the divisions, a lot of the shit that we expected to happen, like it's kind of happening still, but just not. There's a few surprises for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm surprised with the South, the AFC South. I'm not surprised with the North. We kind of predicted. We kind of predicted the North would be what it was.
They play tough. Yeah, they play tough every year. That's how they do it.
Surprised. Not surprised with any other division, honestly. Every other division is kind of like what it should be.
Maybe individual teams, but like
individual teams definitely.
Not the whole division. Yeah, the divisions are pretty much lining up similar to what we thought would happen.
Zach Wilson got a win yesterday.
He actually balled yesterday. Surprisingly.
Hey, we was mentioned last week that though he probably don't want to play with them no more. He has a job he needs to do, and we'll just say it too, man. He people are interviewing him basically right now. And, hey, he had a great first interview yesterday. Maybe he comes for a second one.
That was a damn good job interview. It's like we see you've been fired multiple times at the same job. But you've had a couple good games.
The way you picked up that win yesterday was crazy, man. Hey, we need you, brother. And hold on,
we are short staffed, so we're gonna.
RG3's response on Facebook. I think he said in the midst of basically Zach Wilson balled, all the adversity he's dealing with. He said that's why all the Kruger fans love you. Now he's a BYU Kruger, but it also to me, I'm thinking Kruger's what he really likes. So, you know what I'm saying? RG3 is funny for that because he kind of
he knew what he was doing right now. Yeah, it was a pun. He knew what he was doing. He knew.
He knew what he was doing both ways, and he's not. It's funny.
Yo, so let me ask, what do we have for surprises this year? Anything surprising? Like, what team surprised you the most so far this year?
Surprise.
Yeah, I'll give you and the people some visuals, so we're not just pulling this shit out of thin air.
Team that surprised. I think it was a team that surprised me this year. That's interesting.
A team that surprised you?
The Falcons are better. Yeah, Houston. Yeah, that's probably the biggest surprise.
You can say, Houston will be like the top notch team. That's like, oh snap, they're figuring things out.
Green Bay is pretty surprising that they held it together.
Like
6-6.
Considering how it started off, it's a little shaky, but they're starting to come into form now. And they can't drop a bad game to the Giants tonight.
The Broncos are obviously somewhat surprising. I'd say the Browns, considering the quarterback situation.
Yeah. Quarterback, wide receiver.
Especially after being able to hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up a lot.
But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like everybody else, like we named a few names, but everything else is pretty.
Everything's probably to me. Be real, I knew the record would probably be worse than last year, but the way that the Giants fell is very surprising to me all the way around.
Yeah, they seem like they should come back to earth. We weren't sure if they would, but they definitely did.
Not like this.
It's rough. It's rough. Are we surprised by how bad? Can we be honest? Are we surprised by how bad Bryce and the Panthers are?
Yeah, I'm surprised on that too. Because I didn't think it would be this bad.
Right.
I didn't think it would be all the way bad. Like with him, the team, like everything's bad.
I thought that
Adam Thielen might be the only nice spot on that team,
considering the division that they play in.
The biggest surprise about that team is that the one thing we all thought was going to be their problem hasn't been a problem. It was him staying healthy. He's been healthy. He's just garbage.
Yeah.
Teams playing tag with him. They don't want to hurt his ass.
Yeah, he's not good. I want him to be good. I want the brother to be good. But
hey, yo, man, how about Coach Dion, man? You know, going into the transfer portal, try to get offensive linemen, man.
Hey,
pick the recruit the other day.
Yep.
I mean, man got a son to protect.
Yeah. Based on anticipated signings and the guys that for the transfer portal, don't have 5 new starters in there
on the line.
Yep,
that could be a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be a good or a bad. You know, you still got to bet shit.
4 of them are transfers, and then the
one's a recruit 5-star, right?
Top rated offensive lineman.
This is starting to feel like when a team tries to fix all their problems through free agency.
Yeah,
doesn't work. We know that. We've seen it time and again. It does not work. You can take a really good team that's already about to contend, and you can add free agents to that team, and that's a great idea.
I didn't realize, yeah.
But trying to rebuild
when they had Vince Young.
Oh, who? The Eagles team?
Yep.
Yeah, the dream team.
Yep.
Dominique Rogers-Cromartie, Nnamdi Asomugha. They
loaded crazy now. They gave all the money up front.
9 games, I think, or like 7 games. It was bad.
They got all the hype and all the money up front. Like, but there was a couple of things that Dion was doing, like selling glasses and all that thing. The billion go up. I think that will keep going up for years to come. But ultimately, when it comes down to be that Colorado, you're gonna have to do things like this transfer portal and all that, because, like you said, man, it's becoming a money game now. And you look at all these teams that continue to move conferences are already good. They're going to be getting the cream of the crop, the cream of the players, and all that. So for Dion, this is kind of like the welfare office where you're going to be picking up people off the transfer portal and stuff like that. And that may be all you have for a long time, because I don't think any of those donors or anybody really to go quick up and give money to you.
Say the temp agency.
I think so. There's no bull. It's gonna be a tip agency for a while, especially until you start like after. I mean, it's the first year, so next year, you know, they're gonna look at you to win some games. Hopefully, you can win more games than you did last year. And
you know what the secret is here, though. You know what this really tells me? The real story here. He's going harder for transfers than he is recruits. And do you know why that is, people? Because he's not going to be there very long.
Right.
So you pick up guys who are already in college, already got a year or 2 under their belt. They're going to leave soon when you do. But you go into somebody's living room. He doesn't want to go in. He's genuine. He doesn't want to go in the living room and tell them, I'm going to take your son and I'm going to be here, because he can't say that he's going to be here. He's not. He's going to leave within a couple of years. So I think that's why he's doing more transfer work than he is the recruiting. My little conspiracy theory.
It was not even a conspiracy theory. The only thing for me is that, damn, you preaching and you really say you're about the church life and the Christian life and all that. And you're preaching that you're not necessarily saying that you're gonna be here. You're kind of giving the Kyrie approach, like, I'll be here if you want me.
You'll have me.
You know what I'm saying? and then you're leaving. So continuously, yeah, we want Dion to probably go to that next big school, but it's like, damn, how many times you gonna move? And is this next situation gonna be as good as Colorado? And Colorado right now is kind of like, okay, you're not in the HBCU, you're in the D1 school. You're gonna go from being using another tip agency, transfer portal wise, to another team potentially that's gonna be probably doing the same thing. I don't know, man. But like you said, it's Dion. So
his next move either needs to be FSU or NFL.
This is why it may scream NFL, because I don't think I think the FSU job. Keep it real with you. I think homie got that on lock for a while.
Right, because they're winning.
They winning, got that a lot, man. And it sucks that Dion. This is why they didn't give Dion a job. We all know why. Because Florida State, you're not using the tip agency. USC, and like you said, well, he may leave. So if you're Florida State, you're trying to get recruits, be there. You're trying to have somebody that's going to stay there, be there.
It's not that's like that gamble ain't like you're saying. That gamble ain't worth it to FSU. It is 100% worth it to Colorado. They just won one game 2 years ago. Obviously, just having the hype around their program, it's worth it just having him there, even if he never has a winning season. It's
I want a prom sweater. I want a prom sweater, and I want those glasses, dog. So anybody here,
that right there, but that right there is why it's worth it.
I want the glasses and the sweater.
Yeah, absolutely. I want that chain from draft night, man. Fuck all that. When he got drafted, oh man, my man was dripping.
Who y'all got for shout outs?
Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to you fellas. Always fun. I was looking forward to this all day, all weekend. So we back at it for another great week of podcasting. You know how we do.
Start of week 5 of laying that fire out there.
You know it.
Oh yeah! Shout out to everybody that tuned in.
That just made me think of that made me think of the whole podcast last week. That shit was so fun.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man, on this lovely Monday night, man. For real, man. Always good times. Enjoy the rest of the NFL slate. I mean, you got 2 games on, so you got a great selection to watch. And they're actually not bad. I mean, depending on how you judge football, they're not bad games right now. Games that you probably see go to the wire.
Yeah.
And definitely playoff vibes in some of them. So
Yo, little ass Wandale Robinson just made like a jump catch, like a Moss type catch on somebody, but he's only like 5'8". It looked like an elf just got shot out of a cannon to catch that ball. That shit was hilarious.
Wandale, man, makes an appearance, man, for the Giants tonight.
Yo, he's a player that if he was on like a team with like stacked wideouts and he could be like your slot, he'll kill.
He'll cover, right?
But like y'all asking this man to like be the guy. He's 5'8", bro. Come on, like, what y'all doing?
Looking like the Giants are looking like they're going in position to score again.
Yeah, y'all Giants, they're sending out a midget to be your number 1 receiver.
Giants are like, we're trying to get rid of Daniel Jones.
For real.
Nah, never gonna happen. That shit right there, man.
If you want to check, we can check. But I'm pretty sure the way that contract is structured, you can get out of that shit after the second year, I think.
Danny Dimes?
Yeah, Danny Dimes. It's a 4-year, 200 or something like that. It's a 4 years, 200 or 180 or something like that. But like from what I saw, he was able to get they can get out of it not too bad. I think after the second season.
Giants up 7. They just scored a touchdown. Tommy DeVito to Isaiah Hodgins. Makes it.
Yo, Tommy DeVito though, kind of serviceable.
Yeah, he is.
Kind of might be better than Danny Dimes.
This might be the guy that Eli Payne should be grabbing.
That play is wild.
They can get out of Daniel Jones' contract in 2025.
So
He'll only be a $22.2 million cap year.
What's it if they do it this year?
69.3.
Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy. Yeah, probably not ideal this year.
And you got the Titans, man, going down to Miami territory, man.
Yeah, they driving. This is just sad for the Dolphins.
Seems like no production when Tyreek's not on the field, as we're seeing right now. Sad.
Shout out to locally.
Yeah.
We got a lot of state high school championship football. We have 4 days starting on the 13th. We have triple hitters for state championship games. And the biggest one, 3 o'clock Saturday, your boy will be in the crowd. My Duncanville Panthers playing against Galena Park North Shore for the 5th time in the state championship game.
Y'all just run the rematches every year, huh?
Every year. And they've gotten us. They've gotten us.
Every year?
No, every year but last year they got us.
Damn.
The first year went down to a Hail Mary that was on ESPN. The year after that, our JJ, the running back for Utah, was the quarterback on the team. He got hurt in the semifinal game, and we started a freshman. The third year, they just beat us and it's executed better. And then last year we beat them. But all the shit talking has been going on in the groups, and it's going down. We're gonna be invaded by the slugs from Houston. Hopefully send y'all asses back down 45 south.
I'm telling White V.
And the lights too, under the lights too. That's gonna be dope.
Miss Marie, he called y'all slugs.
She does not like going back to Houston. But like my brother said, that the best thing about Houston,
Leave it.
it's on the way to Galveston. Well, much love to y'all. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night with the 7:30 for the I'm about to say the play call for the chickity chop up.
Chop up.
As always, thank y'all for the unwavering support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Two, take us out, baby.
Yes, sir. Before I get into it, man, in this world, Sammy Sosa is still famous. People may not think that, but it's girls now trying to be light skinned like him.
Beyonce, cut it out.
Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa.
Cut it out.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.